Quantum theory, the particle nature of light application. So in here, we need to calculate the energy that is associated with a photon of blue light, which has a wavelength of 450 nanometers. What is the energy for 1 mole of photon? So the very first thing that I would do is to write down what are given to us, okay? So wavelength, 450 nanometers. And I guess that's all. What do we need? Energy. So the only equation that we can use is energy equals to hc over lambda. Well, remember there was another one, E equals to hv, but we don't have frequency. So that's too bad. So let's stick with this one. H and C, they are constants and they are provided in the data sheet. So I guess that's fine. So you don't need to memorize it. So that's Planck's, and this one is 2.998 times 10 to the 8 meters over second. And C is the speed of light. So now, what do? We can pop it into our equation. So let me use a different color. E equals to 6.626 times 10 to the negative 34 joules in seconds times 2.998 times 10 to the 8 meters per second over, and lambda. Well, do you see that in here? Seconds and seconds, they cancel out. And I'm left with joules and meters. So I'll have to change the lambda into meters. So 450 times 10 to the negative 9 meters. That way I can cross these out. And I get, so you put all of this into your calculator and make sure you know how to use it. So practice more. Don't just look at what I'm doing and say, oh, I understand. So it is 10 to the power of negative 19 joules per photon. Okay. Are we done? Not quite. This is the answer to the first question right here. Calculate the energy associated with a photon. How about the energy for 1 mole of photon? So going back to grade 11 chemistry, I believe you guys still remember, right? It should ring the bell right now. So you always times it by Avogadro's number. So 6.022 times 10 to the 23 photon over mole. And you can cross it out. So gone and gone. So ultimately, you should get 2.65 times 10 to the 5 joules per mole. And we're done. So this is the answer to the second part. And don't forget that there are 3 significant figures. So that's why we have 3 significant figures. Right here and right here.